American Literature and Arts. An American culture is born. The Reformist spirit inspired a new generation of American writers and artists to create a style of their own. Before the 19th century, American writers and artists based their work on a complicated and formal European style. Writers like Washington Irving and James Fenimore Cooper began to develop a style that reflected an optimistic and energetic new nation. Writings like Sleepy Hollow, The Deer Slayer, and The Last of the Mohicans helped American literature gain popularity in Europe. In the United States, a movement called Transcendentalism began, based on the European Romanticism. This movement explored the relationship between human beings and nature through the emotions instead of reason. It also highlighted individualism and social disobedience. Thoreau's ideas supported the abolition of slavery. Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau were the leading exponents at the beginnings of Transcendentalism. The bloom of American culture. Poetry and fiction works reached a high standard of quality in American literature in the 1840s and 1850s. Following the principles set by Irwin and Cooper, new novelists like Herman Melville and Nathaniel Hawthorne gave a new tone to American literature. Both were fascinated by extreme emotions and psychology. Melville wrote Moby Dick in 1851. It is considered one of the greatest American novels. It tells the story of a sea captain obsessed with capturing a white whale, which leads him to the destruction of his ship, his crew, and himself. Hawthorne wrote The Scarlet Letter in 1850. It describes a young preacher consumed by guilt. It depicts a very grim picture of the Puritan life. Louisa May Alcott published Little Women. Jo March, the main character, was one of the first American heroines. Poets helped consolidate a new national voice. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow based his poems on events of American history, such as Paul Revere Wright or the Song of Hiawatha. Some poets wrote to support social reforms such as the abolition of slavery. John Greenleaf Whittier and Francis Watkins Harper are good examples. Arts and music. Composers and artists create a unique American style. Based on Romanticism, a group of painters specialized in scenes of the Hudson River Valley. They became known as the Hudson River School. Thomas Cole, George Caleb Bingham, and George Catlin belonged to this artistic movement. Early American songs like Yankee Doodle are versions of English, Irish, and Scottish tunes. Many were word songs, chanted along the construction of the railroad. African American slaves composed spirituals, which are religious songs. The most famous American songwriter in those times was Stephen Foster. Songs like Campton Races and Old Folks at Home are still heard today.